ASMR, that deeply calming, entertaining experience where creators whisper softly into your ears and tap random objects. They write role-playing scripts and buy props, all to bring a few moments of calm into an otherwise chaotic day. There is no way this community is hectic and messy. Would anyone ever consider parts of this community toxic? Why? What would they do? Annoy their neighbors with their whispering? Maybe that doesn't work if you're the neighbors of ghetto ASMR. Then you might have some noise complaints. Well, let me tell you a tale as old as ASMR itself. The story of the OnlyFans model, her green with envy friend, and her married lover. Did I get your attention? The story has everything: jealousy, envy, sex, lies, deceit, and a good old-fashioned expose so juicy. If it were a steak, it would be served red raw. It has everything except tingles. You won't get those here. You go find some real ASMR for that. On January 25th, 2021, a Twitter account called Panly tweeted the following tweet about an ASMRtist called Jim Chi ASMR. The tweet reveals that this creator, who is still uploading and making ASMR videos with just under 120k subscribers, has been sending sexual messages to girls, including other creators and fans alike. I always wondered why this controversy was brushed under the carpet and forgiven mainly by the community, when this occurred during the same time it was revealed ghetto ASMR had been doing the same thing. Jim Chi was and still is a very married man. Women replied to this tweet revealing they were one of the women. Apparently he spent years stringing them along, exchanging sexual messages, and all while concealing his wife. He lied to these women to sleep with them, then, afterwards, gaslit them. Those who knew about his wife believed he was in a polyamorous relationship, and the wife had full knowledge of his actions. Given his actions and the accusations that there were threats and manipulation on his part, Maid would point to the simple fact that she did not consent to be in a polyamorous relationship. When he got too much, Jim deleted his Twitter account soon after the tweet was made, and he has never returned. Instead, he sticks to his Instagram account. He lost some subscribers, but not a lot, considering he gained far more in the months after his return, and his views did not decline. In fact, one look at Social Blade will show that July was his best month for views in his channel history. Jim took a small break from uploading on his YouTube channel, but it wasn't very long. He was soon back in the swing of things. His actions were never really spoken of again. None of this tarnished his image, and it was very much as though it never happened. You see, this only seemed to bother the women of the ASMR community. A lot of the male creators remained suspiciously quiet on the matter, in contrast to the ghetto ASMR scandal where JoJo ASMR stepped in and seemed to become a moderator, making videos about ghetto and what had happened, shining a light on the situation, taking to Discord and mediating talks between ghetto and his supposed victim. This chaos and scandal, it died down, and while the talk still quietly simmered away, it seemed as though the ASMR community had returned to its blissful, whisper-induced slumber. No. If there's one thing I've learned about the ASMR community, there is always something going on. There is no sleep. On February the 4th, 2021, an ASMR artist named Be Brave, Be You posted a video to her lifestyle channel called My Story regarding the recent past events in the ASMR community, an honest account. The video is 38 minutes and 46 seconds long and recounts the story of how her friend, another ASMR artist called Crinkle Lovin' ASMR, her given name is Rachel, had joined her OnlyFans and screenshotted some risque pics that were posted behind the paywall by Be Brave, Be You. We shall call her Nick because, well, that is her name. Rachel was in a Discord group with some other ASMR creators called The Funeral, and one of these creators was Jim Chi ASMR. Rachel had photoshopped the screenshots of her friend and sent them to the Discord, where the group proceeded to laugh and mock. In the last few years, the number of ASMR artists who started their OnlyFans has grown. It's not uncommon to stumble on an ASMR creator with an OnlyFans where they post adult content. Rachel then told Nick that her nudes had been leaked, but she did not know who had done it or why. She only knew they had been revealed, and according to her honest advice, Nick should just forget about it, because if she spoke about it, then everyone would know. It would be even more humiliating from Nick. In steps Karuna Satori, just minding her own business in life, staying in her lane. Yeah, that's not true. It's never true, Sarah. You've always got your nose in everyone else's business, but I digress. Do you recall when Karuna Satori and Creepshow Art had Twitter beef? Well, they did. What was it about? I have no idea. I've completely forgotten. But never fear, because Creepshow made a video all about it. And if you want to go and check it out, it's on her... Oh, well, okay, never mind. Anyway, Karuna Satori storms onto the scene with her "goddamn" uttered every few moments just to add some extra exciting effect. Because we clearly need more. Things aren't quite dramatic enough yet. You see, Sarah had boiled the kettle, and her tea was so scorching hot, if you drank it, you'd get third-degree burns to your tongue. The thing was, Rachel was a big fan of telling tall tales. She was known for it in the community. She would go from one creator to another singing a little song, trying to color the image of another creator she was feeling jealous of. The biggest tea of all was Rachel was the very recently scorned ditch lover of Mr. Jim Chi ASMR. In retrospect, maybe it wasn't such a shocking revelation given how much the two had collaborated with each other. Karuna Satori regaled her captive Instagram audience with a tale of crinkle lovin' as she knew, the little whispers she had spread through the community, and the discontent she set in others. Her secret social media accounts, Patreon and OnlyFans, which was how she got hold of the nudes in the first place. Karuna told the tale of the absolute hypocrisy that is crinkle lovin'. On the face of it, she was the champion of the underdog, a fierce advocate for the bullied and maligned. In reality, she had two faces. When she turned away from her public persona, she was messaging other creators, warning them not to collaborate for reasons known only to her. Karuna says this is how Rachel got on her radar. She did the same thing to her, with a male creator when her channel was beginning to grow and was gaining more attention. Karuna states Rachel was a lover of male attention, and women she was envious of. Karuna cited other female ASMR artists Rachel had done the same things too. The list is impressive. Yeah, an A to Z list of the A-list of the female ASMR community. It was later revealed that in this Discord chat, The Funeral, Jim Chi allegedly had a sex tape leaked, which one of his many scorned lovers could have done that. So Rachel finds herself in hot water. She has tried to lie to get out of it, but this time there is just too many eyes on her. There are too many voices of discontent. Everyone is speaking up and no one is satisfied with her answers because she contradicts herself. Rachel says she never photoshopped the images she leaked, but then in a Discord chat with Be Brave, Be Yourself, she says they have been photoshopped. Her apology video was just a big disaster. It was insincere, and the popular statement in comment sections is that her roleplay videos were more convincing than the apology video. That cannot be great when you need to clear the dust and get everyone off your back and make them believe you actually are sorry for your actions. Soon Rachel deactivated her YouTube and her other social media accounts. She was seemingly gone, except she wasn't. She was still lurking on sock accounts, watching and following the moves and shakes of everyone. She tried to get her YouTube channel back on track, but it didn't work. Then in April, a new channel appeared called the Cozy Hospital ASMR. Eagle-eyed viewers quickly pointed out that this was Rachel. She was back, and she was in disguise. She still posts her content on this channel regularly. Her last upload was a few days ago. Rachel, however, still hides. Why she does, when it's common knowledge it is her, I do not know. Only she has ever known her reasons for doing anything. Let's go back in time now, knowing everything we know. On January 29th, 2021, a few days before the news of the Nude leaks broke, Rachel posted to Twitter a press release from Mrs. Jim. In this tweet, Rachel explains that she has been in correspondence with Jim Chi's wife, and this is what the woman herself has to say. Mrs. Jim is very forgiving of her husband and requests that others forgive him too. She says she never goes on social media because she's an old crone. She says she is writing this not only for her husband, but for herself and you. Mrs. Jim is angry with him and she is upset, but ultimately she wants everyone to know that she is there for them at this time. But she is also there for him too, because he is deeply sorry for his mistakes. She is responsible for him, and he is getting the treatment he needs. Isn't it odd that Rachel, one of Jim's very many lovers, was speaking to his wife, and who Mrs. Jim decided to give this personal information to make a public statement? The many lies of crinkle-loving ASMR really did come back to bite her in the ass. For years, she sought to create conflict between creators and spread untruths, all while putting on the front of a solid, upstanding person. Her house of cards came tumbling down with a simple OnlyFans leak, and her creepy Casanova lover, who used his platform as a way to earn some notches on his bedpost, well, nothing happened to him. His channel is still going strong. Did his wife ever even know? Did she talk with Rachel and release that bizarre statement? To be honest, I doubt it very much. Channels focused on ghetto ASMR. He seemed like easy prey with his rage streams. Jim seemed to fly under the radar. His cool personality, he never really went public with anything. He came back a little while later, untouched. Few T channels touched on this whole affair, but not a great deal. If you search YouTube, there isn't really much about it. I think maybe these channels who did spend a lot of time on ghetto ASMR, those big profile ASMR ones, maybe they should spread their net a little wider and check out the other predators in the ASMR community who use their platforms to seduce women and abuse them. I guarantee they are there. We just don't know it yet.